Welcome to VGuide TV. In this video, I'm going to explain the chapter Moving Charges and Magnetism. Moving Charges and Magnetism. In electrostatics, we studied about the charges which are at rest, whereas in current electricity, we deal with the charges which are at motion. But in moving charges and magnetism, we are dealing with, due to moving charges, we are getting a magnetic field. We are getting a magnetic field. Or due to the movement of charges, we are getting a magnetic field. The Danish physicist Hans Christian Ørsted noticed a current carrying straight wire placed near a compass needle caused a deflection in compass needle, and it deflects in opposite direction if the current reverses in a straight wire. The famous physicist Ørsted, he did an experiment with a current carrying wire and a compass needle. He observed that the compass needle shows a deflection if we place the needle near to a current carrying conductor. See here, the needle shows a deflection. And the deflection of the compass needle is in the opposite direction if the current goes in the opposite direction. So, after performing the second experiment, he understood that as he reverses the direction of current, the needle also deflects in the opposite direction. So we can conclude that the deflection in the needle is due to the presence of the current. From that, we can conclude that the flow of electric charges is a source of magnetic field because the compass needle will deflect only in the presence of magnetic field. So this is only a current carrying conductor. Then why the needle shows a deflection? The needle shows deflection due to this current carrying conductor means due to current carrying conductor we are getting a magnetic field. Due to that magnetic field only the needle shows deflection. So we are dealing with the magnetic field produced due to a current carrying conductor in this chapter. Magnetic field produced due to a current carrying conductor. The first I am telling about two important rules in this chapter. First rule is called right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule means assume a current carrying conductor. This is a current carrying conductor. Hold your current carrying conductor in your right hand. So like this. So my thumb, this is my thumb, right? Thumb is pointing in the direction of currents. Here the current is flowing up. So the current is going up. And the fingers, curled fingers gives the direction of magnetic field. So we can tell that according to right hand thumb rule, thumb points the direction of current and the tip of the curled fingers gives the direction of magnetic field. The tip of the curled fingers shows the direction of magnetic field. Another rule is there that is called Maxwell's corkscrew rule or Maxwell's screw rule or right hand screw rule. Take a screw and the tip of the screw advances in the direction of current and the fingers, the motion of the curled fingers gives the direction of magnetic field. Motion of the curled fingers gives the direction of magnetic field. So these are the two rules we use to find the direction of current and magnetic field. So first one is thumb points. If you take your right hand, the thumb points the direction of current and the finger shows the direction of magnetic field. According to screw rule, the tip of the screw advances the direction of current, whereas the rotation of the fingers, right hand screw, so a rotation of fingers gives the direction of magnetic field. Next, what is a magnetic field? I was telling about magnetic field produced and we get the direction of magnetic field and all. So magnetic field means symbol is B. Electric field means it is a region around the electric charge where electric force is experiencing. Magnetic field means the space or region around the current carrying conductor within which the influence can felt by a magnetic needle is called magnetic field of a current carrying conductor. Means let this be a current carrying conductor means around the current carrying conductor there is a region in which we can feel the influence. How can we understand the influence? If you place a compass needle, it should show deflection. So we need to understand or we need to feel its influence. That region we can call by the name magnetic field. The space or region around a current carrying conductor within which its influence can be felt by a magnetic needle. So with magnetic needle, we should understand its influence. That region we call by a name magnetic field. It is also called by a name magnetic flux density, or another name is called magnetic induction. So there are three names: magnetic field, magnetic flux density, magnetic induction. These are the three names. Symbol is B. And remember, magnetic field is a vector quantity. Its SI unit is Tesla. 1 Tesla is 10 to the power 4 Gauss. 10 power 4 Gauss. So 1 Tesla is also equal to 10 power 4 Gauss. So what I told, magnetic field is also called by a name magnetic flux density or magnetic induction, and it is a vector quantity. Its SI unit is Tesla. 1 Tesla is also called 10 power 4 Gauss. Next, I am going to tell the representation of magnetic field. It can be represented by a cross symbol or a dot symbol. Cross symbol means very easy to understand. Remember, we can call cross as into, right? So it is like a current or a field going into the plane of the paper means we can represent with a cross. If current or a field going out of the plane of the paper means we can represent with a dot. Okay, cross means magnetic field is going into the plane. Dot means magnetic field is going out of the plane. These are the two representation of your magnetic field. Very important. So in this page we told about magnetic field. Symbol is B. Two names are magnetic flux density and magnetic induction. And it is a vector quantity. Its SI unit is Tesla. 1 Tesla is 10 power 4 Gauss. And representation into means magnetic field is going into the plane of the paper, or current is going into the plane. Very important, into. This is an into mark, right? Dot means it is going out. Another main force in this chapter is called Lorentz force. What is called Lorentz force? When a charged particle having the charge Q moves in a region where both electric field E and magnetic field B exist, it experiences a force called Lorentz force. So what we told, a charged particle Q is moving, and it is moving in an electric field as well as in a magnetic field. So we get a net force. That net force is with the help of Lorentz force. So I can write the force is nothing but the vector sum of electric field plus magnetic field. F electric plus F magnetic. F electric plus F magnetic. F electric we know F equals QE. F electric can be written as QE. But F magnetic means, remember, F magnetic means force due to magnetic field. It depends upon charge, velocity as well as magnetic field. Very important. Okay. So magnetic force depends upon three quantities: charge, velocity and magnetic field, and it can be written as Fm equals Q into V cross B. It means QVB sin theta. Very important point. Magnetic force depends on the charge, velocity and magnetic field. So magnetic force exerted on a charged particle depends on velocity. But electric force we learned in electrostatics F equal QE. So remember two main equation I am telling. Electric force equation is QE and the magnetic force equation is QVB sin theta. QVB sin theta we can write as Q into V cross B. So I can write the Lorentz force as F equal, vector symbol I am writing, F equals, we have written here electric plus magnetic force. So QE plus Q into V cross B. Q, if you take it out, Q into E plus V cross B is the total force experienced on a charged particle when it is subjected in the presence of both electric and magnetic field. So what is Lorentz force? F equals F electric plus F magnetic. That is F equals Q into E plus V cross B. Now, I need to tell few cases. Just now I told you the equation for magnetic force as, what is the equation for magnetic force? QVB sin theta. First case, when a charge moves parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field, it means theta value can be 0 or 180 degree. If theta value is 0 or 180 degree, the meaning is charged particle is moving in the direction of the field or opposite to the direction of the field, your force will become 0 because sin 0 is 0, sin 180 also 0, sin 0 equal to 0, sin 180 also 0. So your magnetic force is 0. So I can write Q experience or charged particle experiences no force due to magnetic field. First very important case. Second case, you assume your Q is at rest. Charged particle is not moving in a magnetic field. In that situation also Fm will be 0. It's a very important situation. They can ask, charged particle is present in a magnetic field means it is not compulsory magnetic force is there. If charged particle is moving parallel or anti-parallel to your field, there is no magnetic force. Or if charged particle is at rest in a magnetic field also, there is no magnetic force. Third one, when a charged particle is moving at right angle, that means perpendicular to magnetic field, your force is maximum, that is Fm equals QVB because sin 90 is equal to 1 and we get the maximum force. That also they can ask for the exam. So what is the maximum force experienced by a charged particle in a magnetic field? That is QVB. That is your maximum force. If theta equal to 270 degree, your force will be minus QVB. So these are the four cases I need to tell. If Q moves parallel or anti-parallel, Fm equals 0. If Q is at rest, Fm equal to 0. If Q moves right angle, your force is maximum and it is QVB and that is a maximum force. And another one is, if theta equal to 0, we can write if theta equal to 270, F equals minus QVB. Now I need to define magnetic field in the given equation. Just now I told you magnetic force equation is QVB sin theta, right? So from this equation you can write B equal F by QV sin theta, right? F by QV sin theta. So how can we define magnetic field? I can define B equal to F provided Q equal to 1, V equal to 1, sin theta become 1. So I can write Q equal to 1 coulomb, V equal to 1 meters per second, theta equal to 90 degree. Q equal to 1 coulomb, V equal to 1 meter per second and theta equal to 90 degree. We can tell that the magnetic field B at a point is defined as magnetic force. It means B equal to F. Magnetic field is equal to magnetic force when unit charge moving with a unit velocity at right angle. So what all three condition I told. F magnetic field should be equal to magnetic force when unit charge moving with a unit velocity in a direction perpendicular or right angle to the magnetic field. Clear? So in that case your magnetic field and magnetic force are equal. In this way also you can write the definition of magnetic field. Magnetic field at a point is defined as magnetic force experienced by a unit charge moving with a unit velocity at right angle to the magnetic field. And I already told you magnetic field unit is Tesla. And with this, I need to tell one more unit. You know, force unit is Newton. Charge is Coulomb. So it can be written as Newton per Coulomb. Velocity is meter per second. When it goes up, we can write it as meter minus 1 second. Or Newton second, Coulomb minus 1, meter minus 1 can also be written as a unit. Or it is also equivalent to a Tesla. Now, see the next question. Find the dimension of B. Okay, so I am again writing the equation F equals QBB sin theta. From that B equals F by QV sin theta. So I can write here what is B. B equals force. The dimension of force is MLT minus 2. Dimension of force is MLT minus 2. Dimension of Q is IT. Dimension of velocity is LT minus 1. So I can write here M I minus 1, T minus 1, T get cancelled and T minus 2. So this is your dimension of B. M I minus 1, T minus 2 is the dimension of B, magnetic field or magnetic flux density, or also called magnetic induction. Right? Now I am going to tell a shortcut to find the magnetic field, magnetic force and velocity. With that, how we can solve a question. See the question. If a magnetic field is parallel to positive y-axis, it means your field is parallel to y-axis. Charge particle is moving along positive x-axis. It means velocity is moving along x-axis, or velocity is along positive x-axis. Find the direction of Lorentz force for an electron. So you know the equation. I am just writing here. Magnetic field parallel to positive y-axis means I wrote B equals J. And velocity is along x-axis means I wrote it as I cap. So B is along J cap, V is along I cap. Force on electron is Q into V cross B. Q means electron, charge is minus C. V means it is along x-axis. So I wrote VI cross BJ. VI cross BJ. We know that EVB, I took it outside. And what is I cross J? You all know this rule, I think. I, J, K means if you do it in the clockwise, what is I cross J? Answer will be K. So I cross J is K. So it is EVB into this minus, I took it inside. EVB into minus K. Instead of electron, if you take a proton, it is E into Vi cross Bj. It will be EVB into K. So from this I understood the force on electron and force on proton are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So I am telling here force on electron is along negative z-axis because K means z-axis. Force on electron is along negative z-axis and force on proton is along positive z-axis. So it's very simple to find the direction of force. How we can find the direction of force? The direction of force we can find by Q into V cross B. Q into V cross B. So I repeat, we did about B and Lorentz force only. How to calculate the Lorentz force and how to get the magnetic field. Magnetic field equation by using Lorentz force. F is equal to QVB, or magnetic force F equal QVB. This question I think you all got it. This type of questions it will come for the exam. And how to define magnetic field in the terms of F, B and F. Unit is Tesla, and I told this is a very important case. F is equal to QVB and it is a maximum force. Okay. In the next class, I'll define like what will be the maximum force and what's the direction and all. So in this video, I need to just introduce what is magnetic field. I told you magnetic field is denoted with the letter B, and what is Lorentz force? F electric plus F magnetic, and we can write in vector form F equal Q into E plus V cross B. And symbol of magnetic field. Into means going into the plane, dot means out of the plane. And I told about two rules, right hand rule and screw rule, right? So I'll discuss more questions about the magnetic field, its directions, Fleming's left hand rule, that all in the next video. Thanks for watching our video. Subscribe our channel V Guide TV. Thank you.